Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Well, if you're new, welcome, and if you're a returning member, welcome back. Today we're making a chicken crust pizza. That's right, you heard me, a pizza made out of chicken. Today we're going to be using canned chicken, but it works very well with chicken breast, a rotisserie chicken. It works very well with ground chicken or turkey, and yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to drain the can of chicken and we're going to dry it out in the oven on parchment paper, and I'll have all the instructions over the timeline. Now, I have made these several times in the past, and this kind of like a spin-off of the flatbread pizza, which I've also made in the past. There's a number of other YouTubers that have been doing this also the same. Now, our city this week happens to have a what's called a pizza crawl. You go down to the mayor's office and you pick up a card for $4. And there's about 12 places on the card this year that I saw, and you go to each one of those places, and the contest runs for the entire week, so you don't have to eat pizza all day. But it costs $1 for a slice of pizza at each one of those locations, and then you just grade it, you know, how much you like the pizza, whether or not that's your favorite place, and whoever gets the favorite place gets a gift card at the end of the drawing. Now, I didn't do that this year, but because I'm trying to watch the carbs and they picked up a tremendous amount of weight, well, we're back on track with the walking now. We're 100% healthy again, and we're just taking one day as it comes, and we're definitely going to get this weight off. So from this point on, you're just going to have instructions over the timeline, and enjoy the video, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and wanted to ask you something too. What's your favorite pizza topping? I like just about anything but anchovies. And you know, let me know what your favorite toppings are, and have you ever had chicken crust pizza before? And I guess that's about it. And oh yeah, and I don't like mushrooms too, by the way. So, but anyways, talk to you guys later. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. You know the drill. Have a great day, guys. Hi guys, so this is the can of chicken meat that I'm using. I ended up getting it in Market Basket for two for $6. Over here I'm just draining out the liquid. I'm trying to get as much moisture out of here as I can. And yeah, and then I ended up taking it and I put it on a piece of parchment paper on a sheeny pan. I spread it out, and I kind of was breaking it up a little bit with a fork and on the upcoming segment. And then I popped it in the oven at 450 degrees for about maybe 7 or 8 minutes until I get it nice and dried out as best I could. And then I ended up using my small little mini blender, which you don't really have to, but I ended up doing it anyways. I just blended it off for a few minutes, and then I added some simple seasonings. And half a teaspoon of each. I believe it was the oregano and salt, pepper, and that sort of thing. And then I ended up mixing it all up in a mixing bowl with one egg, and then I formed my pizza crust. I ended up making a rectangular pizza crust instead of the round one, traditional round. I popped that baby into the oven at 400 degrees for about maybe 7 or 8 minutes on that, and then I flipped around the other side for another additional 4 or 5 minutes. And at that point, I ended up popping it back out of the oven, put it on a fresh sheet of parchment paper, and then I ended up making my pizza. I used regular red sauce from the Reyes Company, and then I just added some mozzarella cheese, and then I added some peppers that I had in the refrigerator, and some pepperoni on the top. And here I'm just taking the chicken that I had and put in a small little mixing blender that I had picked up on the Coles website. And then these come in really handy when you want to do some eggs and stuff like that. It's a small one, and I got a 300-watt stick that goes on top of that, and I was just whisking it all around. And then I ended up putting in 3/4 of a cup of Parmesan grated, and then I had I put a little bit of mozzarella cheese in when I mixed it all up with the egg. It'll be shown in the upcoming video over here, just right after you see me. Now you get to see me dumping this in my mixing bowl over here. And definitely, all I wanted to just point out too, be careful when you're doing processing blades here, because one time a while back ago, I almost sliced off my hand there. I grabbed a hold of the blade on the bottom of it, and I should have just popped it out with a spoon or something like that. But you know, live and learn, I guess, right? So over here I have a half a teaspoon of garlic powder, onion powder, and oregano, and then I added a little bit of salt and pepper, and I just stirred it up over here with a little spoon that I had for the measuring spoon. And that gets dumped right in along with 1 egg and 3/4 of a cup of Parmesan cheese coming up over here. And this is the grated kind in the green can. I'm sure you guys are familiar with it. And then I ended up eyeballing about 3/4 of a cup of mozzarella cheese, a grated kind. And then I put 1 egg in it, and then I mixed it all up with the spatula, and then dumped it onto the sheeting parchment paper rather, and on my pizza crust. So the next process is just to take the chicken and put it onto a parchment paper and try to get it in the center as you can. And I just kind of like squished it all up into a ball. Then I put another piece of parchment paper over the top, and I rolled it out with the rolling pin, and I kept working it. And then I folded in the parchment paper on each side around, and then I flattened it out again with the rolling paper to get a nice smooth edge. And you'll see me how I do this in the video, and then I do this pretty much when I make all my recipes. And so let's continue on. So over here I was just trying to get a nice smooth edge with my pizza crust, so you can see me folding it all in, and then I rolled it out again with the parchment paper. And by the way, this, in case I hadn't mentioned it, this particular video, the recipe formula came to you from Two Crazy Ketos, and I'll leave the link above the timeline somewhere as it's playing, and the video should be below the video, the original video from what Joe and Rachel had done a while back ago. And then don't forget to support their channel, incidentally, and they're great YouTubers if you're looking for inspiration and a lot of great videos. They're constantly, they're very thorough, and you know, doing a lot of great product reviews and for keto and low carb, and you know, their adventures and stuff like that. Okay, so we just took the pizza crust out of the oven, and over here I was just flipping it on the other side, and they put it back in for an additional couple more minutes until I had it nice and crunchy the way I like it. And I ended up putting it on a fresh piece of parchment paper at that point because I was having a hard time flipping it, and I didn't want it to break apart. But I ended up putting it on at 450 degrees for about 8 minutes, and then I took it out of the oven, flipped it, and then I put it back in for a few more minutes, and this is the result that came out of the oven. It was really really great. Then I ended up using the pizzeria sauce and a little bit of mozzarella cheese, and again some pepperoni and some peppers and onions that I had frozen and I chopped up a while back ago. This is the great pizza sauce, by the way, but this is ended up marinara sauce. I had some left over in the refrigerator, wanted to use some of it up. Now I was going to make an Alfredo sauce for this pizza there, but we'll make one of those again on another video later on down the road. And yeah, so just, you know, it's regular standard pizza, but you know, there was a lot of great protein, tasted really great. And I have a follow-up coming at the end of the video, and you can just follow me along with the next process. You guys will be fine. Okay, so our pizza is done. It just came out of the oven. So why don't we go in the back room and we're going to cut it up and we'll talk about it and let you know what my taste test is, how it tasted. And again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and let me know what you guys want me to make you for another recipe video for low carb weight loss. Have a great day. Hi guys. So I'm going to try to do this without flopping on the floor. Our pizza just came out of the oven. It's been cooled. I got to cut it up. I'm going to have a bite of it together. But I'm going to move it out with the overhead camera on the desk area. But doesn't that look good? Doesn't that look good, guys? So what I did was I ended up using some Reyes pizza sauce. I was going to make the white marinara sauce there, but I decided to use up some of the pizza sauce that I had. And I for my toppings, I used some pepperoni slices and regular pepperoni. And then I had some chopped onions and peppers that I put up. Then I had the yellow pepper and the green bell pepper that I put on, just a little bit. And now it's time to do a taste test. So why don't we get the camera going on the overhead and we'll cut it up together and we'll have a bite. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I feel pretty good and I've been filming again. I'm glad I'm putting up recipes for you guys to enjoy. So without further ado, let's just go right up to the overhead. Okay, from this particular angle, from the overhead, this is what our pizza looked like after it came out of the oven. Again, I popped it in the oven for an additional maybe 10 minutes at 450 degrees. And, you know, if you followed Joe and Rachel's video, they had a really great YouTuber, and that's how they particularly did theirs anyhow. And again, I'm not the best when it comes to making either round or rectangular pizza, but I did the best I could. And over here, I was just cutting it with the pizza wheel cutter. And to show you how good it did cut really well, by the way. And I just put a little pressure on it to cut it, and I'm over here on my back on my desk area to get the overhead video. And now I'm just doing voiceovers because sometimes the noise over here in the apartment complex is very horrendous, and I don't want a lot of distraction. So and then I'll just once I get it all cut, I'll show you. I'll give you my taste test. So what I loved about this particular pizza crust is that it didn't flop like some pizzas when the gooey cheese is all melted and you're pulling it all up. It stayed pretty much onto the pizza crust. And again, it had a lot of great protein and tasted really great. It was a little chewy, but that's the way I like it. And again, if you're new to weight loss and or you're trying to get back on weight loss, chicken crust pizza is a great way to keep your carbs down low. And again, plenty of protein and only your toppings are your imagination. Well guys, this concludes another video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And thank you for watching. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. And I'll be watching for the next video.